Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mickey Sightings. So
Hey,
good to
everyone.
see you. Surprise! We're back. Another stream to begin.
Yes. And this time we're in the studio.
Yeah, last night with Pete, we were in the piano room because we didn't know what was going to happen. And at the very end of his stream,
Yep. Right
our
after
whole stuff went,
just
whoop,
it's gone.
it's
Ping.
bye. All of a sudden, our picture went sideways on his stream, and that was it.
That was it.
Everything
there was no coming back.
Bye-bye. We're a little late starting tonight because we're a little late getting dinner started, and Susie had to work a little late. She and Becca were working on some stuff today, and then, of course, technology is what it is. So, yeah, anyway.
Yep. Our Mickey balloon won't
Our Mickey balloon won't cooperate. This is our free Mickey balloon.
Yeah, you like it?
We found it in Frontierland
at
right
the
before
end
closing.
Of the night.
Yeah, right before closing.
The end of the night, and there was nobody around. It was behind.
It was at the Splash Mountain, and it was behind one of the eating areas where the crates stacked.
Uh-huh.
And it was back in there, and we went in there to take a picture. Becca and I went in there to take a picture because she wanted a picture in front of the little thing there. And we looked over and went, there's a balloon. So we brought home a balloon.
Yep.
So we figure whoever it belonged to, they got their replacement balloon.
Oh, yeah.
So as long as you show your... So anyway, so we brought home a balloon. A yellow balloon.
Yes.
Although it looks
orange, but
peachy.
It's yellow. It's peachish, orangish,
because
but it's actually
the
yellow.
light back behind it, I guess. I wonder if I bring it further in here.
I don't know. It still looks
peachy.
orange. It's just peachy.
This is the first Disney balloon we've ever had.
Yep. Every time we walk by, we're like, wow.
I'm not going to spend that
I'm
kind
not
of
going to
money
spend that. That's half of a Jim Shore.
But hey, that's right. Exactly. But hey, it was free. My name's Jimmy. I'll take what you give me.
That's right. Yep.
But welcome to Mickey Sightings tonight. We have six watching us tonight. It is so good. It says our connection is fairly good. So hopefully that's fairly good on your end.
Crossed.
But it's so good to see you tonight. We're going to do a little bit of a trip recap. We were there this past weekend. Oh, let's see. Late to the Fallout. I love that Disney does replacement balloons as long as you have a receipt. Yep,
yes.
They do.
In fact, while we were sitting under the yellow umbrellas, it was so hot and the sun was so intense that there was a family just a little up from us that had a stroller, and they had their Mickey balloons on the handle of their stroller.
Like this kind of balloon.
And all of a sudden, their red balloon, the red Mickey ears
the
themselves,
balloon.
It just went pow.
Yeah, it sounded like a gunshot.
And now the outside,
I think all of us around there like jumped.
The outer
really
balloon
loud.
actually stayed inflated.
Yeah, this balloon
not a problem.
The outside balloon stayed inflated, but the inside balloon burst.
Yeah, and
it still sounded like a gunshot.
Yes, it did.
Even though it was the inside balloon.
and so we were going to go and tell them, that they could get a replacement. We heard the mom say, "That's okay, honey. We'll take care of it. We'll just go get you a new one." So,
see, I have a secret to that. Don't buy the balloon when you first get there.
Who wants to pull the balloon around?
I don't want to have to haul that balloon around all day.
You know what really amazes me is the number of balloons that people buy and just tie onto the stroller, and they don't get taken.
No.
Which is something awesome with Disney. People for the most part are very respectful.
They really
of
are.
Other people's stuff.
Because we've left stuff behind and went back and got it's still there.
Uh-huh.
And I know we try to be very cognizant of if we find something. Like when we found this, it was parked closed. There was like no one to really say, hey, who does this belong to? So we just, knowing too, I didn't feel so bad taking it knowing that somebody got a replacement. So it's not like they lost their balloon.
Yep, we were with Myers and the Mouse, and we had run over to go ride Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah.
Well, I rode Big Thunder Mountain.
Yeah, I did not.
Sean did not.
Becca and I did not. We stayed and hung out with Taylor.
Who also did not care to ride Big Thunder Mountain.
No.
I don't know why. The view of the castle at night is just beautiful.
Yeah.
You should go see it.
Yeah, I'm not. Late to the Fallout said the balloons are overpriced, to be honest. They are. They are pretty overpriced. Yeah.
I'm curious to see how long this one lasts.
I am too.
Although I was impressed, it did last in the car all day.
Weekend. All day. That was, we were with them on Saturday. It's all day Sunday.
And all day Monday
in the car.
Yeah.
And it was hot.
It was
Matter of fact, it was so hot that we had just, how hot was it?
How hot was it?
We left Magic Kingdom, went straight to the car because we parked over Contemporary, put our caramel apples in the back. We got home and all the caramels in the bottom of the bag on one of them. We here we had a cooler, and at one time think to put it in the cooler.
Yeah, but we had some other stuff in the cooler that we took on the trip. So
that's how we
roll. Jeffrey Resendez. Hey Jeffrey, how are you doing?
Good to see you tonight. Jeffrey spells our names right, which I that's really great. Thank you, Jeffrey, for spelling our names right. Disney had the best helium. Well, they must.
Well, they must have really, really good helium.
Which this is I never really realized how thick this outer.
Yeah, the vinyl on it
is like
really a thick vinyl. I know I've done in my jobs and stuff, I've done a lot of laminating, and usually the vinyl is 1 mil or 3 mil. This feels like 5 mil. It really feels.
We just went full screen on our end.
It really feels very thick and very heavy, and I'm sure that that has to do with making sure that it's not.
No, it's not Shea. It's not SEAN. It's not SHAUN.
I remember the first time I saw SEAN, I was babysitting for a little boy, and I'm outside calling him, and I'm like, Scene? I'm like,
have you seen Scene?
Scene? And he comes up and he goes, it's Sean. I'm like,
how do you get Sean out of SEAN?
I was like 14.
Dax is in the house. It's been too long since I've seen you. Let's go. Yes. So good to see Elsa. Good to see you. What's up, Sean? Well, we survived Tropical Storm Elsa.
Yes. It was actually in comparison.
She hung out with me the whole time on the stream. I had Elsa and Greg the whole time, and who else we have to hold? Pam's fam was with us the whole time.
It was the kind of tropical storm that you don't mind having come through.
But it really surprised me.
And it was still a tropical storm today.
Yeah. And like Kelly with hands full, hearts full, said, don't send it our way. And it went straight up their way as a tropical storm. And it spawned tornadoes east of us and killed somebody in Jacksonville. And but here it was like
that wasn't good.
Except Elsa can verify that one burst we had when we were on the back porch. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
It snatched the gimbal out of my hand. I'm like, if we'd have had much of that, we'd have had some trouble around here.
Yep.
But we never lost power at all. Now we know people who lost power around here, but we didn't. So
hands full, hearts full. We sent it your way, and thought you might like a little.
That's twice. That is twice. That is twice I have said his name, and within 20 seconds he shows up in chat. I did it yesterday, and he pops in, and Kelly, ninja watching, aren't you? Ha! You sure did send it our way. I did. I'm telling you what, and I cannot believe that it has stayed a tropical storm.
Because most of the time, those systems, once they hit land,
I
mean, it's just they make it to us, and maybe even up into Georgia, and then it just loses steam. And
that's what it kind of did. It had it turning into a depression once it hit Georgia, and then it was just going to peter out from there. But it didn't. It just kept this huge feeder band, which is actually what brought a lot of the storm to Orlando and south. It's like Polk County, where Susie's family lives. They had some really bad. They had multiple tornado warnings around Avon Park because that feeder band, I guess is what spawned some of these around Jacksonville. But that's what's fed it as it continues to go. It was huge feeder band. So
Susie, the meteorologist.
Yes. Okay. See, Elsa, you guys have to know. I did this 3-hour stream yesterday. I cannot believe I streamed for 3 hours. It was so much fun. I was soaking wet. I had to go shower, didn't I? I had to hang my clothes. I was soaking wet when we got finished with this thing. But so you don't realize how much water spraying on you in the wind until you come inside and realize, oh, I'm wet. And so we were watching, and I'm going to put this clip. I'm going to form a clip of the hummingbirds trying to make it to the hummingbird feeder during a tropical storm.
We were really surprised that they were out. I'm like, guys, go hunker down, go get in some protected area and in your nest or something and hunker down and just hang out through the storm. It's okay.
So Pam, with Pam's fam, starts giving us all kinds of hummingbird facts. And so then Elsa said, then Sean, I got a great idea. A new channel is a hummingbird information channel. Sounds great. Well, then Susie was giving us kind of some play-by-play through the window about the tornadoes and stuff. And so Elsa said, now Susie's going to be the meteorology channel. So
there are far more qualified people to do that than me.
Kelly, is that crazy? He was over. I've been watching This Our Dream too. They're at Epcot tonight, by the way, and they'll be doing the fireworks at 10 o'clock. So make sure you guys catch that. We saw them last Friday night.
That honestly was my favorite thing in the trip was just the fireworks and that first little burst of fireworks and the music and everything. And I think they added stuff. I think they're adding.
Well, they didn't add to Epcot. They didn't do the banners or the kites or any of that. Yeah.
Well, they can't very well with the monstrosity that is out in the middle of the Seven Seas Lagoon. Yes.
Oh my!
That's what it looks like.
It is huge. I mean, we've been
ginormous
there as they were putting it together, but now all four pieces and then the center ring are in, and it is enormous. Oh gosh, I don't know.
It is really large.
My jury is still out that I don't like it. But if the fountains look cool,
I don't know.
Depending on how the fountains look.
Yeah.
If the fountains look cool, I'll be all right with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to read what Elsa said. So anyway, he heard me say hands for hearts full and said, okay, I had to flip over. So she says, hey, Sean, your next channel should be about hummingbirds. So it's going to be like, what up, guys? Sean the Hummingbird Hunter here. And today we'll talk about hummingbirds. I think we'll do this. I think that'll be fun.
So yes, the fireworks being back were, to use the phrase, magical.
Hey, Noah.
It really was. And the cool thing was that we happened to connect up with Myers and the Mouse and Kelly and Ivan and awesome. We got to watch them with friends. So that was even better.
That was at Magic Kingdom.
Yes.
We watched the Epcot on Friday night. On Saturday night, we got to see Happily Ever After.
Yes.
Which they are adding stuff to that.
Yes, they are adding.
That's the one, yeah.
Really and cool. It's not like really noticeable stuff, but if you've seen it before, then you see lights when it starts the Moana drums and there are like orangish, amberish lights to the sides of the castle, and they're going with the music and with the beat, and it's like, was that new?
So
and then you're like, that was new.
Maybe they were there, and I just haven't noticed it these times. But then after it was done, Kelly and Yvonne, Mama said, "Did they add some stuff?" So then I knew we were crazy. Right. Yeah, they had added some stuff. So that was really cool.
I think they're probably adding little bits and testing out little pieces for the 50th.
Yeah, I agree. Elsa said, do I remember when Hurricane Elsa almost took us out? Yeah, her too. She had come back, was coming inside. A gust of wind hit her. She's down south and almost blew her over as she's coming into her house watching our stream. So, and then a little bit, it may have been the same gust of wind, Elsa. It may have been the same one, but she just wouldn't let it go.
Let it go.
However, I get into town today. I go to town. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. As I drive into the parking lot and I'm getting ready to turn off my truck, Elsa starts singing Let It Go on the radio. I'm like, really? They went there.
They did. They had to.
Susie, did you see the Nope, Susie hasn't seen the video yet. It's on my phone, so she hasn't seen it.
No, I've been at work all day. And
some people have to work,
Yeah, some of us have to work. Which they had closed the county yesterday, so so we were all home, and that was really kind of nice because having gone on our Disney trip, we got home kind of late on Monday, and then it was work Tuesday and a respite day on Wednesday, which I'm just, I'm like, I am thankful that the storm was not worse than it was. Because so many times when the storms get out into the Gulf water, especially during the summer when the water is so warm that it just builds and builds and builds, and then it just turns into something monstrous.
Elsa said she heard the song today on her phone, and she was like, "Really?" I know. It was like too soon.
Yeah.
But so I'm glad that Kelly, with hands full, hearts full, their family are doing great, and they're weathering the storm too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of a crazy storm for sure. So if you didn't watch it, go check it out. You're going to see a lot of wind, a lot of rain, and hummingbirds.
Those hummingbirds are just
it's crazy.
I mean,
and all the cardinals came out and started going into bird feeder. The bird feeder is swinging like this, and they're hanging on to the dadgum bird feeder. I'm like, go hide. We have domesticated these because Becca feeds them bird seed and corn. They're too domesticated.
Well, they just must be bird brains.
She'll be here all weekend, folks. I sure will, Jeffrey. It was not bad. It was not bad from South Florida. Yep, the hummingbird was bad to the bone.
And Jeffrey was in the stream yesterday.
Yes, Jeffrey was in the stream. That's right. He was in there almost the whole time too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Jeffrey was. I think we had like 10 people for the most part, just kind of hanging out. Kelly was in there, and it was fun. So it was really cool because we got to meet up with Myers and the Mouse because they were streaming in the park. Yes. I didn't realize they were there.
Yep.
We just kind of happened upon them. That's kind of how we just kind of happened upon people. and then Adventures with VP. VP came up while we were there.
VP was really there, cool. Which was fun.
And then we went
because we've been on their show, but we haven't ever met him in person.
Right.
So we still have to meet Gonzo in person though.
Kelly says, "Leave the dad jokes to Sean."
Was that supposed to be dad jokes or bad jokes?
Come on, Kelly. Come on. And Sean's channel can be about hummingbirds. Yours is weather and mine is hummingbirds.
Oh.
So it was really cool. We were going to be at Animal Kingdom on Monday and then leave from Animal Kingdom, come home. But it was so hot.
It was.
And the weather was deteriorating. So we're like, we may want to get on home. So we decided to have.
Really what it was that Sean wanted to eat at the Wave before they shut it down and change it up.
Because I had to get one more serving of bacon and eggs in case they decide to get rid of that. Which if they do, you have not seen
there's going to be an uprising.
Mass hysteria. If you thought the noodle thing at the Polynesian was bad, yeah, they do away with ham and eggs at the Wave, bacon. And it's bacon and eggs. It's going to be all crazy. So anyway, we ended up. So TTG Touring the Galaxy, they went to Animal Kingdom because I told them we were going to be there, and we missed them. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so bad.
Because we love TTG and we just have not been able to connect up with them.
TTG were the very first streamers that we ever saw, and they were at Magic Kingdom. They're at the bridge in front of the castle.
Yep, they were walking. They were walking down the side.
I recognized John and Dana's voices.
Yep, and Sean was like, oh, "TTG."
So anyway, they were in Animal Kingdom. They're like, no problems, but it's all right. So we went into Magic Kingdom for just about 2 or 3 hours. But while we were there, we ran into Dis Our Dream. They had just gotten back, so we hung out with them for a while. Steve from Steve's World was there. Nick from Magical News Live was there. We just said hey to him. He was in line. He was in
line for the People Mover. And, oh my goodness! So we decided to go over. We were actually like, well, we really kind of need to leave to make sure we beat the storm. And then it was like, oh, the People Mover line's only 15 minutes long. So yeah, we'll go ride the People Mover with Myers and the Mouse and everyone. And we're like, okay. So we go over there and the People Mover line looks like it's going to be hours.
Oh yeah. We were like, really? I mean, we may not be able to do this.
It was beyond the chains,
we need to leave by
back
6 o'clock.
Around.
We were like, we had to leave by 6 o'clock.
So, and it was pretty much right at 6.
Yeah, it was like 10 till.
and the girl at the end of the line is holding the little sign that says line starts here. And she's like, this is the longest I've seen it.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Well, of course, because we're there.
Okay.
It goes over by where Stitch stage is now.
So it wasn't that far. Oh my gosh. It was around by Space Mountain.
Okay,
though.
If it's more than 5 people at the line, I'm usually in the umbrella. I do not do lines well. I cannot stand standing in line.
Surprisingly, it went really
fast. You know who they're going to make money off of if they do this fast thing? Me. Because I cannot stand standing in lines. I had to get, oh my gosh, y'all, it is miserable. I will never forget the first time we did Rise of the Resistance. And, so my brain goes, okay, you get a time to go. That means that you're going to go. I did not realize that it was 3/4 of a mile of zigzagging through these. If you're claustrophobic,
yeah, I can see that being.
Oh my gosh! So we're so zigzagging through these things. Oh yeah, where's it? Whatever. Finally, make it through this thing.
At least the first time we got to see the entire thing.
First time.
Now we had to watch Ray from like way over here on this angle thing.
You almost couldn't see her.
Almost. Yeah.
So then the next 2 times we've gone on it, we've like walked through half of it. We've like missed half of the show.
Yeah.
Yes, but you're right, Jeffrey. We got to see our part of our house yesterday as I journeyed back and forth through our kitchen and piano room and dining room area.
You got to see some of our part of our addiction. Yes. Our Disney addiction.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Kelly. He says we did great on Pete's channel last night. Thank you.
We had the best time. Oh my gosh.
After the stream was over, which that was crazy how that stream just ended. I mean, it's like our stuff went whoop. He said when he had asked us a question about what are the kind of things we collect. Well, when we got off the stream, I looked over Susan. I said, he asked the wrong question. He should have said, what don't you collect? Okay. Because it's like, it's madness.
It is.
If you really, I mean, it's bad enough here. Yeah. Look behind us.
Yeah, this is just.
But it goes all the way around this room.
Yep.
It's kind of sad.
I mean, I have seen TV shows with people who have more collections, and I love Pepper Tree Villa's collections. Yeah. They have some.
I just haven't got my white gloves yet. I got to get my white gloves like Doug has. Yeah.
We don't have anything that expensive. We just like all kinds of different things. Well, we collect.
So do we have collectibles or collectibles?
I think we have collections.
Because there's the great debate. Is it a collectible, IBLE, or collectible, ABLE?
I think we just have collections.
Collection. We have
it's just whatever strikes our fancy for a little while at the time.
Whole new row of Funko Pops up here. Thank you, Garrett.
Yes, thank you, Garrett.
Check out Monarch Moments if you never checked out his channel. Also, please check out Hands for Hearts Full Amazing channel.
Absolutely.
Greg is in the house. Check out our
Hey.
brother Expedition Greg. He is in the house tonight. He was also hanging out with us during the storm yesterday.
Yeah.
So, anywho, the trip was good. We had an extra day, kind of, because of the holiday, but it was still like a whirlwind. It's like really we left, and it was like we were coming back home through the door. It was like, did we really leave?
Well, and part of it was that the 3-hour trip down took 5.5 hours.
Yes. I-75
South
has
is
gotten
just
ridiculous.
We've decided we're going to try a different route depending on what time we leave.
The last 8 times we have gone down, we have only gone down within 3 or 3.5 hours once.
Yeah.
It has been 5.5, 6 hours every single other trip, and that is just insane. So we're just, Greg is at Epcot.
Oh,
Greg,
Epcot
did you run into Just Our Dream? They're there. You should look them up. Oh, yeah. I loved Epcot forever. But they didn't do, like I said, they
Griswold Family Vacation.
Griswold, Danny, good to see you. Good to see you.
I feel like I've been on hiatus for so long from.
Well, I was in Danny's trivia stream last night for just a little bit. I ghost you. I will tell you, I see all you guys. If you get these random likes, it's me. I go through and I ghost people. I don't always jump in the chat because I'm on my phone, or if I'm watching on the television, I can't chat.
Right.
So, and I watch a lot of stuff on our television. So, just want you to know, I got your back. I support you guys. We're out there. You may not always see me.
We're giving you viewing hours.
But we're giving you viewing hours. I just want you to know that. But yeah, the Epcot Forever was awesome. Although, like I said, they have not done the.
So we got down Friday night, and we were like almost 3 hours later than we thought. And I even left work early on Friday.
It was crazy.
But we finally did get there, and through the gates. All the bad stuff in the world just stays outside those gates, and we had a terrific time. We went to Epcot and really didn't do a whole lot at Epcot.
I'll give you a tidbit. I love the fish and chips in UK, right? Amazing. Mm-hmm. I was starving. We had been in the car. I was starving. So I was like, okay, I'm going to see if they'll give me an extra piece of fish, because you get one piece, which is usually a pretty big piece. But the last time I was there, it was small. It was kind of a small piece for what you pay. So I was like, well, knowing Disney, they probably cut the portion size. So I asked for an extra. You can get an extra. I didn't find this out until they went, and this is your total. They basically charge you for 2. Not quite 2, but almost 2.
Leave it to Disney.
But I did get these 2, didn't I?
Yes.
These fish planks were like this long. I couldn't eat. Yeah, I had to take half of one of them to back to the hotel. It was a lot. So don't get 2.
Yeah.
Unless you're willing to pay more than they probably paid for their sandwiches.
So Becca and I walked over to France, and if you don't know, back in the way back of France, there's the ice cream shop, the gelato shop, and that's really good. But you keep going back and just a little bit farther, and there is a bakery. It's the French bakery.
Yeah.
And they do sandwiches, and the sandwiches are really good. I mean, the pastries are really great too, but the sandwiches are like, that is our go-to counter service for me and Becca when we're at Epcot, because they have cold sandwiches, they have hot sandwiches. You can actually get them to heat up a cold sandwich if you want it heated up.
They will heat it up, yeah.
And so we were over there getting our sandwiches. Sean was waiting in line for his fish and chips, and he's talking to the lady in front of him, and all of a sudden he hears,
I know that person, and it was her sister.
Yes.
Her oldest sister and her husband and their 2 kids and a friend of theirs.
We're on their way out from Epcot.
What are the odds?
And
what are the odds?
What are the odds? Thousands and thousands of people, and they live down there, but they don't. I mean, they go to Disney.
It proves I have a big mouth. When you can hear me talking in a theme park.
Yeah.
And it's dark, so it was already dark.
Yeah, it was already dark.
And they knew it was me.
Yep. So Becca and I missed them, but they got a chance to see Sean, and so that was kind of fun.
Yeah, it was kind of cool, actually.
It was, just one of those moments.
It was. I mean, it was like, yeah, who would have thunk?
Yeah. And so then we watched the fireworks, and we actually watched the fireworks from over by Torch 14, one of the big torches that's over there by the UK. And wow, when they use that in the program and the fire comes up, it's like hot.
Yeah, it was like sunburn on the side. Yes. I mean, it was like, wow, that was pretty intense.
But it was really kind of a cool place to watch the show from. Greg
asked how the fireworks. Epcot Forever was awesome.
It was good.
I was so disappointed because they're not doing the kites. I love the kites. But the show was cool. And then, of course, Happily Ever After
was just amazing.
Yeah. We talked about that a few minutes ago. It's just, wow.
Sitting at the Gardens of France. Oh, okay.
Well, then you have to go get a sandwich.
That's right. Go get a sandwich from the French Pavilion back there. And I just, that, like I said, that has become our go-to for counter service.
Well, a week from today, Food and Wine will start at Epcot.
I'm sorry, guys. I like festivals, but there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. I mean, they need to do like a little bit of a break to give people a little bit of a break from Festival Cot.
Festcot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw that they're going to do kites at Animal Kingdom for the 50th.
Yes, and the kites look really cool too.
I cannot wait for all the 50th stuff. It's going to be amazing.
But like the 1 or 2 times that we saw Epcot Forever with the fire kites, that was just really impressive.
2 or 3 times.
Oh, have we?
Mm-hmm.
They're big long tails that are LED.
And then they turn red, white, and blue during
white, and blue during the America part.
Wow, it's just awesome.
And
I really missed out, especially being 4th of July weekend. It was like, really?
Yeah.
But they put those monstrosities in the middle of the lake there, so you cannot run. They can't run those jet skis like they were. I mean, they may eventually figure it out. I don't know.
What show would you watch first, Harmonious or Enchantment? What's Enchantment?
Is Enchantment the one at Animal Kingdom? I don't know.
We haven't seen the one at Animal Kingdom.
I don't know Enchantment. I don't know because I don't know about either one of them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you which one we'll see first. The one that we have a park reservation.
Oh, maybe Enchantment is the new one at Magic Kingdom.
Oh,
if that's it,
probably what it is.
Enchantment.
Yeah,
I'm a Magic Kingdom kind of girl.
Okay, yes, yeah, I'm so behind on that.
Epcot fireworks are nice. Oh, Enchantment and Magic Kingdom. Yeah.
Okay.
Epcot fireworks are nice, but the castle and fireworks are just classic.
I know
Enchantment first.
I will like Enchantment more.
Yep.
Yeah, just like you said,
Yep.
just because it's Magic
I think
Kingdom.
Harmonious is going to be technologically amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The whole water thing and all that kind of stuff.
Space Mountain Dave Cantrell, welcome in. Welcome to Mickey's Sightings tonight. Good to have you.
I think that's going to be really neat. I know they were testing out. I saw something where they were testing out the Moana part of the show in the Stargate.
Yeah.
But
it's a time portal.
If only.
A whole new one.
But I just really think that in the Magic Kingdom fireworks are just something special and incredible. Although I'm just a little bit miffed.
Uh-oh.
A teeny bit miffed at Disney.
Teeny bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages.
Oh, she went there.
They replaced it.
Go woke or go broke.
Oh my gosh, they replaced it. And the replacement isn't horrible.
But
there's a nostalgia. I mean, they're not doing the kiss goodnight, which I'm really not happy about.
Josh has been the greatest disappointment since the whatever.
Beginning of time. Well, I can't say beginning of time.
Disappointment.
Yeah. But what is it that they're saying now? Something children of all ages or something, people of all ages.
Yeah.
Or
no, dreamers of all
ages. Of all ages.
Instead of ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, they've changed it to dreamers of all ages. So they could be more inclusive.
I'm sorry. I feel like if you hit ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you kind of hit
geeking out
everybody, regardless of regardless of what your persuasion is. Yeah, I did. It's okay.
Make sure it's nothing
it's
important.
Good. Nope.
Okay. Make sure it wasn't work related.
Nope, we're good.
But welcome in Geeking Out with Melly Mel. Good to see you.
Melly Mel. I like that. Melly Mel. It's fun to say.
That's cool. Welcome in. I think it's the first time you've been hanging out with us. So
well, thank you
hopefully
for
it won't be your last. So yeah.
I mean,
Casey's Corner's back open though, even though I didn't have a hot dog. But hey,
yeah, it's back open, and the crew's back out singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Yep,
which is fun cool. And adds a little bit of street atmosphere to the area. Since they still have not brought back all of the entertainers and the street people, the street cast members.
Okay, guys.
And
what are your opinion in the chat? Do you think these the parade should come back? Just bring them back.
Yes. Nothing like the world's most expensive hot dog. That is absolutely true. Hands full, hearts full. And you know what? I don't like hot dogs, so it's never a problem for me. Now, if they could have added one thing for those of us who do not like hot dogs, and we would not have had to hike all the way over to either Tomorrowland or to Adventureland or something. They could have added a sausage dog and serve more people.
Yeah.
Oh well.
That's true. Yes, they should be back.
Yep,
since, Pete Warner on Dis Unplugged said this one time. The cavalcades have been nice.
Yes, they have. They've given us at least a little something.
Nice. But they're a constant reminder. He called them sad little floats because they're like this constant reminder of what we used to have.
Yep.
It's like, do something. If you're going to do the cavalcades, interact. Have more characters on the cavalcades. Have music going. Have more stuff going. If you're going to do that, but I'm just saying, get the thing back. Get the dragon back. Get them all back in there.
Yep.
And let's get rolling.
Well, okay. So the Princess Cavalcade is the Princess Float. The Tinkerbell Cavalcade is the Tinkerbell Float. The Merida on the horse in front of I forget what it is.
She had four people around her this time, after the little debacle.
The balloon incident. Although if you haven't seen that was amazing. She really handled herself well. I mean, especially to be in costume and everything, she really handled herself well on the horse. And the horse, it wasn't the horse's fault. I mean,
Geeking Out with Melly Mel said that she doesn't like hot dogs either because they don't make me feel good afterwards.
Yeah.
Now Noah says Universal already bought back Parade, and now SeaWorld should be Disney. Yep.
They really should. And the thing is people come line the streets and sit down on the curbs, just like they do for the parade. They sit there waiting for the cavalcade.
Yeah.
And then when the music starts, because I think, honestly, with the cavalcades, I think they start the music like 5 minutes before the cavalcade ever gets there.
Yeah. You start hearing the music and you're like,
oh, it's here. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
They kind of did that with the Rainy Day Parade.
Yeah. And it's
$9.49. They reduced them by 50 cents for hot dog meals.
Wow.
They reduced the price.
I'm so
You know why? Because they've added chicken to the hot dogs.
So everybody's crowding up around the sides of the street anyway. I mean, bring back the parades.
Kelly said,
give everybody the real experience again.
Kelly said he went and bought food for his entire family at Casey's last trip and had to remortgage his house to pay for it. It's kind of like, wow, they're just hot dogs, guys.
And I will tell you, this is something that after several years of going to Disney, that we've kind of discovered, because we're kind of not locals. I mean, we don't drag a cooler in. I know you can, and kudos to the people who do, but we don't drag a cooler in. We don't rent a locker to store food in. We figure that we're going to eat at the park. But what we do is we decide on one meal that we're going to eat. And we eat that one meal somewhere, whether it's Liberty Tree Tavern or The Wave or
Garden Grill.
We will eat
House
at the 50s Primetime or Sci-Fi Drive-In. We love Yak and Yeti. And Rainforest Cafe. So we'll eat one meal, and we'll try to eat at kind of an off time so that it's kind of in between. And then we just figure we're going to snack the rest of the time. And I mean, we are not tiny people. We eat, and we like to eat. And yet by doing that, we generally only get maybe 3 snacks.
But I don't like to eat that much at the parks because it's so hot.
It's hot, or you're just on the go, or you eat and then you're like, okay, well, we can ride this, and then we can go ride this, and this is only a 15-minute wait.
Sunday we ate at Cracker Barrel. Before we ever went to the park. And we do that sometimes too. We'll go to Chick-fil-A or Cracker Barrel somewhere. And that'll be our big meal. Because the 3 of us ate at Cracker Barrel for like $40. And I was like, oh, wow.
That's nice.
It was $71 to have sandwiches last night at Magic Kingdom.
Handsful Heartsful said, we eat breakfast in the room, and I fill my backpack with sandwiches and snacks. Then we eat out for dinner.
There we go.
2 real geeks.
Danny.
Hi.
We got another Danny in the house.
So that's what we've found really works for us at the parks, is to just really plan on one kind of big meal, and then plan snacks. I take a few snacks with us in our backpacks, and we find, and
we've actually been talking about taking more,
a lot less,
even more in the future, because it's just, some of the snacks are great, but they're heavy. They're just heavy.
And then they go and they mess with snacks. They mess with things like the egg roll cart.
It's her show tonight, guys.
They leave the cheeseburger egg roll, which is
Kelly said, "Preach, sister."
Only passable. And then they put some buffalo chicken thing there, which I'm not a fan of buffalo chicken.
Danny.
And they take away the one thing that everybody is really everybody in America loves or likes, is pizza. And how basic can you get? Pepperoni pizza. And they get rid of the one egg roll that kids will definitely eat. And not thrilled with that. And I know they're going to switch things up and all that kind of stuff, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Okay, so Greg asked up here earlier. He has asked again. Your thoughts on the Premier Access that they're doing in Disneyland Paris? I have two statements. One, it's ridiculous. Two, fire Chafik and Tomorrow and start from scratch.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
I have started hashtagging fire Chapek and Tomorrow because Josh Tomorrow has not been any better.
He was supposed to be this in touch visionary guy, who was here to bring the magic back to the parks.
I think he's good for cast members, but that's about it.
And I just, I'm really, I am very disappointed. I know that this is a way to make money, and I know that Disney is hurting for money, sort of.
But everybody's hurting for
money. But to me, it cheapens the experience.
Kelly said he loves a good Susie Ranch.
Hey, once I get on one, yeah
she does.
But it just cheapens it. It turns it from Disney into just a thrill theme park. I mean, it's too much like
goes to Two Real Geeks, to Danny's statement. Yeah. Why no Velocicoaster? Well, you know what? I am not. No, you need to be holding more than my hand. I would be on top of you, climbing my way out.
Yeah.
No roller coasters, guys. No roller coasters.
Now, I think if we tranquilized him, he'd be okay. If he was just not awake for the whole experience, he'd be okay.
Barefoot Adventures. Fred's in the house. Good to see you, Fred.
Hey.
Poor Disney hurting for money.
Yeah,
I know, right?
Yeah, poor Disney hurting for money.
Well, okay. When Bob Chapek at the last quarterly investors meeting said, you have not, and I read this multiple times, so I think I memorized the quote. Mm-hmm. You have not seen how creative Disney Parks and Services can be in getting back that lost revenue. Well, some people read that to mean, ooh, they're going to offer all kinds of cool new stuff. No, what they're going to
figure out how to get it out of your wallet.
They're going to nickel and dime everybody to death. And the first thing they did was with the Halloween party. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
Cut the time, cut the experience, and almost triple the cost. It's just, that is not creative. That is greedy. And I understand that there's money to be made back. But you know what is amazing to me? We've been going to SeaWorld. We went to SeaWorld last trip and we went to SeaWorld this trip. Mm-hmm. SeaWorld by far. And I'll tell you what, you talk about, we've sat both times now. One was pre-summer, one was summer.
Right.
We sat half hour waiting to get to the place to park.
The gate to pay for parking, which
we're pass holders again, but
right.
Yeah. And it's hopping. And we went to the Seven Seas Food Festival. The food was cheaper. The serving sizes were bigger, and the food was better.
Really good. It was better. Well, and SeaWorld beat out both Universal and Disney.
Universal and Disney got dethroned by three Anheuser-Busch parks. And the reason is it's money, money, money. There, you can make money and not rip off your customer base. But
the thing is,
Disney just doesn't. They get it.
Yeah.
They just don't want to get it, because I'm convinced that they are narrowing their audience to the rich and famous, evidently.
Right. Well, and here's the word that I really think that Disney has tarnished and forgotten in the last probably good 5 or 10 years, and that comes down to loyalty. Loyalty to their cast members, loyalty most of all to Walt's vision, loyalty to their pass holders, loyalty to what the meaning of Disney is. And they've sold out. They have sold out to profit. Oh, okay. There we are.
We're back.
They just really have. They've sold out. And it was one thing when Disney World first opened, people, I've heard read a couple comments that have said, well, this whole pay per ride is no different than, or paying for Fast Pass is no different than the old ticket system. Mm-hmm. You had your A, B, C, D, and your E tickets. And what they don't realize or don't know or whatever is that, yeah, but you paid to park, you paid a ridiculously low, like a quarter, I think it was, to ride the tram. Mm-hmm. And then you got into the actual park, Disney Park, you just walked in. It was free to walk in. You could go to Disney and not spend any more than paying to park mm-hmm. and riding the tram.
Not anymore.
And then you just walked in and you had your ticket books. You bought your ticket books. I remember some of my very earliest memories of going to Disney are using the ticket books in this.
It's almost like what they're doing
in the late 70s. But now
kind of similar.
It's pay to park, pay to get in, pay to ride. And that is just not at all what.
Well, I know Danny. Yeah, and Danny, welcome to Florida. And we'll have to definitely meet mm-hmm. up when we're down there. And they don't have the issue at Universal Studios, is what he was saying. But it's all of these theme parks lost money. They lost a lot of money. But this trying to nickel and dime your base, and especially like with pass holders, whether it's SeaWorld, whether it's Universal, whether it's Walt Disney World, they still are your long-term bread and butter. Mm-hmm. And you may not make as much in one chunk, but I can tell you what, over the years, they've made a ton of money off of us and other pass holders. And you even have people that are the streamers. I mean, look how many streamers we have now in the parks. They're all pass holders. And
mm-hmm.
every time they're streaming, they're buying something, or they're buying stuff for other people. And so it's the old, you're biting your nose to spite your face type idea. I don't know. Yeah. What Disney's doing with other parks.
Danny, Two Real Geek, said, Disney's basically doing what the other parks are doing. And that's true. But Disney is different. Yeah. Disney should be different.
Yeah.
Should be different. You don't want, one of the things that really set Disney apart is the fact that they were not like all the other theme parks.
Yeah.
Or they were not like when they first started, county fairs or, just thrill rides or
it's
something
like they're wanting to be like the other parks. And I'm not knocking the other parks.
No, the other parks definitely have their place.
We were SeaWorld pass holders long before we were Disney pass holders.
Because you could afford it.
Well, I just love SeaWorld. And I love SeaWorld.
The animals are
awesome. We'll be going to Busch Gardens more because I just love that. That's why I like Animal Kingdom. And I like the animal. I like that interaction. But, it's like Disney's supposed to be different.
Right.
And it's just, you can't help but leave going, wow, they're just getting the magic is there. It's definitely there. I mean, we were at SeaWorld going, the magic's still at Disney. The magic's
still at Disney.
But it's getting harder and harder to justify some of that magic. Mm-hmm. It really is.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess if they did something like if you wanted, and I don't know, they haven't really rolled out the whole pay for Fast Pass kind of system idea yet, but maybe if there's a certain number of depending on your level of annual pass, if you have a certain number of paid for Fast Pass options, mm-hmm. That might kind of soften the blow for pass holders, but I don't look for them to do that.
But one of the things what with Danny, I appreciate what Danny they do at Two Real Geeks is that I had never really gone to Six Flags, and I learned a lot about Six Flags watching their videos. We don't go to Universal, but they do, and they're kind of a mm-hmm. Universal Studios centric channel, which is really cool because I get to learn about Universal too.
Right.
And so that's one of the neat things I like is that we all kind of have our angles, if you will. Ours seems to be beaten on Disney here lately. But
well, we don't. I mean, we're not.
We just,
we like Disney. We love Disney. Disney is, but we hold Disney to a standard.
Yeah,
and it's a standard that some of it is just kind of, I don't know. It seems like they're not holding themselves to that standard.
But we're on the big screen, Kelly, looking good. I don't know about all that. But
you like my really red cheeks? Aren't they great?
Yeah, we'll got a little bit of sun. But
trip-wise.
Trip-wise.
Let's go back to Trip. Trip was much more positive.
Oh, Trip was amazing. And it was, like I said, meeting up with friends again. We weren't able to meet up with Greg this time, which we will next time. But it was really kind of neat. We hadn't planned on any meetups. They just kind of happened. They were
right. They were just, it was
just
on my
phone to see who's in the park. Say, oh, there they are, and it's like, okay, so, but that was a lot of fun doing that.
We kind of went on this trip as a kind of a first. It was pretty much our summer family trip.
Oh, thank you, Max.
So
this is actually from 3 years ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
3 years ago.
So we didn't do like meetups and hangouts and that kind of thing. We just happened to kind of, in fact, after we ate at the Wave, where we were trying to figure out, okay, we go to Animal Kingdom for a little while, but we have to leave by this time, and then Sean and I both kind of looked at each other at the same time and said, what if we just cancel Animal Kingdom and see if we can get into Magic Kingdom? If not, we'll resort hop. And we canceled Animal Kingdom, and there was Magic Kingdom, and we're like, oh, good.
That's one of the things, though, I really have about the reservation system. Honestly, I don't mind the reservation system. I really don't. Yeah. Not now with having the park hop option.
Yeah.
But one of the things I don't like is that you have to cancel your reservation that you have in order to get another reservation. I think it should say, it's available. Do you want to cancel your existing reservation?
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we have, I think it was like some friends of ours gave up their reservation to try to move and then couldn't get the reservation that they had just canceled 2 minutes earlier. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. I love Disney also, but it's just that they're making it really more expensive. Yeah, and like Kelly said, it's really hard for a large family like theirs. And he says also a little disappointed they have no programs for foster kids.
That was...
that's, okay. If you guys don't know, Kelly and family, they have foster kids. That would be a really neat thing for Disney, for any theme park, honestly, to have some kind of discount for children
because
that are foster kids.
A lot of times foster kids have never been out of their city, much less to somewhere like Disney
foster
World.
Parents assuming a role like that to help kids, and it looks like there should be a little bit. I agree with you. I'd never thought about that. That would be really cool. And another thing too that would help as far as kids, adults are not 10.
Yes, and nowhere there is no place anywhere that a 10-year-old is an adult.
What is it? SeaWorld is 11.
I think
it's 11. Yeah,
or
I can see 11.
12.
I can even see 12. I can see 12 or 11, 12. But 9. So Animal Kingdom is the only one I get.
So we went to SeaWorld on Saturday, and that was really good. They have a new dolphin show, or Sunday.
That's where we spent 4th of July.
Yeah, 4th of July. So they have a new dolphin show, which was really neat. They've really taken...
Have a great night, Jeffrey.
They've really taken and embraced the idea of the educating role of their shows. It's not just, let's see these animals do tricks and let's teach them how to do tricks.
It's really cool. Really, I like the new angle.
They really do. And what you find out is that most of the things that were incorporated in the shows are natural behaviors anyway, which makes perfect sense, because why teach an animal something completely foreign to that animal? Why not just take what it naturally does and teach the animal to do it in a little bit more structured format?
Yeah.
So, but it's really neat to learn about the animals, and
check out some of the videos we've uploaded from SeaWorld, because it's really kind of cool to see how and one that we just uploaded is called Rescue Tales. And that's for the summer. And it's a group out of California that does this show. And it's really, really cool. But yeah, True World Geeks, talking about Universal. I've never been to Universal, but I can tell you, with SeaWorld,
maybe twice.
SeaWorld does the refillable cups and the refillable popcorn, stuff like that. And it's like, it's so inexpensive. And the merchandise is half the price at Disney. And then it's like, I'm a gold pass, which is not the highest pass for SeaWorld. But as a gold pass, I get 15% discount on food. I get 30% discount on merchandise. I can have 4 guests on my ticket, and it costs me for the year
free tickets.
4 free tickets, and it costs me $16 a month.
Right, and free parking.
And free parking.
Now, I will tell you, SeaWorld's parking, oh my word. For the premier preferred parking.
Well, this time. Usually we've been at the front, but this time we were at the end of the line.
We were. But they have different parking structures and parking prices for depending what you want. And our preferred parking comes with a pass. And so we're fine with that. As long as we can get in and leave the car somewhere, we can walk. But the super premier parking this time, because it was summer, it was $90. Can you imagine paying $90 just to park your car because it's within the first 15 spots at the gate?
Yeah, I know.
That was crazy. But all in all, it was really, I mean, you can spend the entire day or two at SeaWorld doing different things. And they have roller coasters and they're adding stuff.
Yeah. And they're just getting ready to open a new coaster.
Yeah.
Kelly says, 5 adults and 2 kids. Yeah. I mean, and you guys have little kids, yet they're adults. And it's ridiculous. And Two Row Geek said they're looking at SeaWorld passes in Legoland. I would definitely say SeaWorld passes. We love it.
I have never been to Legoland.
I have never been to Legoland, but I will tell you this. I had a family on each side of me checking into our hotel the other night and said that was the biggest disappointment. Aww. They did not like Legoland. They said they were so hyped up and they did not like it. Now, I'm just saying I've never been, so that's not personal or thing. But I'm just saying, it was like, oh, really? Because we talked about going.
Yeah, we have. I know that they are a sister park to the theme park we have in Georgia, not too far up from us, is Wild Adventures. And I have been to Wild Adventures, which is the sister park to Legoland. And I will say that for us, Wild Adventures would be kind of like a half park day, maybe. There's the coasters are okay. They're not fantastic. They really don't do shows. It's kind of like an upscale carnival or an upscale county fair.
It's Dinoland.
Yeah.
Hey, BDF, Keith, good to see you tonight.
So, but our trip,
we cool, Danny.
We did go to SeaWorld, and while I did not ride any of the roller coasters.
Yeah. It's been so disappointing. We've gone twice now, and
I haven't read, but I just feel so bad.
Meet me at the gift shop.
Leaving Sean and Rebecca.
Hey, I'll tell you what, the smokehouse, the Voyager Smokehouse at SeaWorld has some of the best barbecue you're going to eat. And they always have for years. They have had tremendously good barbecue, and the food, the Seven Seas Food Festival this year was
so good.
The chain. And they did such a cool idea is they had a card and you could buy so many punches on the card. And because we were pass holders, they gave us 3 additional punches. And all 3 of us ate off of that one card, and the card cost $80. Mm-hmm. So all 3 of us ate food festival off of the food festival. Mm-hmm. And we had anything we want. We ate the whole day. And it cost us $80.
Right.
Yep.
Well, and they have an all-day dining plan where at SeaWorld, you can, for $45, you can get the all-day dining plan, and you can eat an entree, a snack, and a beverage every hour.
Yeah, every hour.
Every single hour.
And if you have a pass, you get a discount on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, and
how inexpensive it is. And you're going, they can do it. Like you're saying, Universal can do it. Busch Gardens can do it. Why can't Disney do it?
Right.
And
honestly, when we've looked at the Disney dining plan, cool. Not only do you have to be staying at a Disney resort to do the Disney dining plan, but even at the basic plan, because we've stayed a few times here and there at a resort, and we've looked at doing the dining plan. The basic snack plan,
it's too much food,
was still too much food for us.
We
looked at it and went, the cost of the plan versus what we would eat. And then you hear the stories about people spending 30 snack credits and taking a suitcase full of Disney food home.
Yeah.
And that would be us.
That would be
because
us.
we just don't take
So
stuff.
Danny said to call them next time, they'll ride the coasters with you.
Oh, Danny, thank you.
But he said that the Legoland Pass gives you access to the Wax Museum and Sea Life in Orlando. That's cool. I did not know that.
So yes, we will
Hey, RVing to Disney, Jackie, how are you doing tonight?
I have not ridden Mako yet. I was going to ride Mako, but then it was like a 45-minute wait. And then this time when we went by Mako, it was down because of the weather. And there was a line already formed outside of the queue line waiting for the queue to open back up. Yeah. So I was like, skip that. We'll be back again. And I don't know. I like riding with ride buddies.
Yeah. See, and that was cool. And you actually rode with Myers and the Mouse.
Yep. I rode with Mama Mouse. Mama Mouse and I rode, and that was fun.
This our dream. We rode the Carousel of Progress and the People Mover.
Yes. We did Carousel of Progress with this?
Yeah. Well, we're over there. Remember, it started raining. We came off the People Mover and we did Carousel of Progress. Did we?
No, that was when we went by ourselves.
We went by ourselves.
No, we just rode the People Mover.
That's right. We just did the People Mover with them. That's right. Because we had the boogity boogity.
RVing to Disney. Hi.
So good to see you. What does the dining plan cover at SeaWorld? Does it cover sit down? All food.
Yeah, it's all
food. Anything you want to eat. It's an entree, a dessert, a drink, a side. It's crazy cheap.
Yeah.
I mean, we figured it out that we could get two all-day meal accesses, and the three of us could eat all day off of the two for $90. For $90 plus discount,
which is what one meal at Disney costs us usually.
We can all three eat all day. You can eat every hour, and it's beverage, dessert, side, and entree.
Okay, so just to give you an idea, we did
a snack.
I had the beef brisket at Voyager's Smokehouse, and
we all three had the
brisket. There was I got a drink. There's automatically seasoned fries, which are really good. And then there were 4 pieces of beef brisket.
Yeah.
That are like
this.
That are like that big. They're easily, 3 ounces a piece. And there were 4 pieces. I ate 3 of them and gave 1 to Sean. Because I was just like, I can't eat anymore. I'm full.
We'll do that. We'll do that, Danny. Yes. That'll be a lot of fun. Yep. Well, and that's the thing. It's like, these places can do it. So there's no reason other than money that Disney has to do it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, back to the positive. We keep getting on rants.
Well, so we did. Friday was.
Somebody turned to the channel like all those people do is complain.
So we did Friday at Epcot, Saturday at Magic Kingdom, which was just wonderful just to go back down Main Street.
Yes, even though it was raining.
Yes, it's some.
It's some.
It's going to. Yes, our
Mr. Sunshine over here.
I'll tell you what, our feet did get sopping wet in Tomorrowland. And if you've ever been to Disney in the rain, you know that Tomorrowland and Fantasyland are 2 parts of the park that just don't drain
They don't drain well at all.
So yes, we squished through Tomorrowland, but we saw Carousel of Progress.
Yes.
And it was fun,
so much fun
because there were so many people in our showing
that
had never seen it before.
Oh yeah, and Phil from Magic was packed out, and there were tons of people that had never seen it. It was so cool.
I saw something new at Carousel of Progress for the very first time, and I think I agree with Sean. It was because of where we were sitting. We were sitting kind of to stage left. Yes, occasionally. And in the scene where she's ironing and they're doing the wash day with the cousin that disappears and stuff, she was ironing the sister. No, I thought it was okay. Well,
that's
anyway,
the
disappearing sister. So she's ironing, and I never realized. I looked at it and I went, "Oh, those are ladder back chairs." And she has a board between them, and she's ironing on it. It's an ironing board. Wow. Da-dum-dum. Just light bulb. You know, and I just had never really paid that much attention to it. And it's like, it was an ironing board. Wow. Who'd have thunk? Hey, Steve's World.
Steve, hey, good to see you.
It was so much fun to see you the other day in the park.
Yes, it was. It was even though it was really quick.
Yes.
But it was so good to see you. It was so good to see you. We'll catch up with you next trip for sure.
Oh, definitely.
And we'll do some rides together or something. But and you know, that is the really cool thing about going to the parks now, is just meeting up with everybody.
Yes.
That just is such a dynamic that is incredible. Mm-hmm. Our friends and stuff up here, they don't really get it when we say we're going to understand. It's like we're not doing Disney like you think you do Disney.
Right. Well, and this is what I tell everybody. And if you've got annual passes, or if you go for, a week at a time or something like the way that you do Disney, when you have just Oh, yep. Oh, here we are.
Here we are. Sorry, it's my fault. I'm uploading a video.
The way that you do Disney, when you just have a day per park, or maybe a day and a half per park, is, you're trying to fit it all in. You're trying to cram it all in. You're trying to make sure you hit all the highlights and the high points. And on an annual pass, or when you've been there for like a whole week, it's you slow down and you like pick your head up and you look around and you meet people and you talk to cast members and you pin trade, which, by the way, pin trading, they have gotten kind of a system down. They all have these little cool looking, almost spaceship earthy looking bowls that you put your pin in, and then you can choose, and then they will give you the pin from the pin board. So pin trading is definitely back on the rise.
Yeah, it is. Which is cool, because that was a real missing part of the magic, because we love pin trading. And to answer, Late to the Fallout said, I'm not spending my money till I can hug a princess. Yeah, because you're still not able to have those interactions.
Although we did see the Ugly Stepsisters.
Yes, we did. They are doing kind of distance things now, but you still can't actually go up and meet them and interact with them yet. But hopefully that's going to come here pretty soon, I think. Yeah.
And the Stepsisters, they were in the Fairy Tale Princess meeting hall thing, and they were on the outside and they had it chained off, but they were still, like 5-6 feet away, and they were very interactive because they had the Countryman mics on, and
I did a little interacting with them. I'm going to upload. It was kind of fun.
Yeah, and so it's fun. Arving to Disney Soggy Socks.
When are you going to bring back your Disney trivia? Tomorrow, actually, I'm going to do Disney trivia tomorrow. And I've got some new stuff. I've been collecting some new Disney cards, some new trivia cards. So we're going to do a lot of generational trivia, kind of some new stuff, not just Disney. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We got some new stuff. But yeah, I'm going to be doing a Disney trivia stream tomorrow. Don't know exactly what time yet. It'll probably be tomorrow afternoon, late afternoon sometime. But I'll put it out on Instagram.
So Late to the Fallout. I've got one more year to save my money.
There you go. Yep.
And I'll tell you something else that we do. Of course, we drive down, so we have our own car. But we stay off site at Kissimmee, Wyndham, Gateway. No, I'm messing it all up. Ramada,
Wyndham,
Radisson or Ramada?
Ramada. I always say Radisson.
Yeah, Ramada by Wyndham at Kissimmee Gateway.
And we like it there. We've stayed there probably 24 times.
We stay in the tower, which is the newer part.
Yep.
And it's from Ticket and Transportation Center, when you get in your car, to walking in the door at the hotel is less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And that was my thing. I don't want to drive in traffic. I don't want to sit. Nope. I don't want to, and it's just a quick straight shot down 192, and you're there, and there's usually plenty of parking, and it's nice, it's clean, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg.
Late to the Fallout said you used to lurk during the trivia night. No, don't lurk.
Jump in.
Jump in. We have a great time.
A point is a point is a point.
I've got to keep defending my winning streak and keep it going. That's right, Pamela.
That's right, Pamela.
Yep. And then Kelly's already thrown down the gauntlet to beat Tucker. So, wow. You guys have the trading card
things.
The
sorcerers.
Yeah, we have some of them.
Sorcerers. I can never remember. Keys to the Kingdom. Not Keys to the Kingdom.
What was that called? Sorcerers Magic.
Sorcerers Magic something. We got cards.
We have a lot of cards.
And we have quite a few cards, but we never did play the game.
We never thought about it. We never took the cards.
Well, we would forget the cards, and then we go get new packs.
Yep.
And then we get those, but then we wouldn't play, or we'd play one or two windows, and then it was like, oh, okay, well, let's go ride this ride, and then we get sidetracked. Yeah, Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. That's what it was.
Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. Yeah, so Lake to Fall, it says Wyndham is an okay hotel. Yeah, it is. It's a nice place. It really is. We've stayed there many, many times, and the staff are really good. Everything's really clean.
Older, cheaper.
But we like the tower.
Right, the tower rooms are the newer rooms.
Yeah.
The older, cheaper rooms, they're refurbing, but they're cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, just
and their exterior.
Now, they're not like
interior. Really
we've stayed in them before, and I would stay in them if there wasn't a tower room available. But they're smaller. They're a little darker.
We've kind of got to the point where kind of like we'll just stay in the tower because there's more room as Rebecca's gotten older.
Yes,
there's more room for her. We actually did the King Suite this time.
Wow, that was amazing.
I'll tell you guys, I'll just throw it out there. For 3 nights in the King Suite was $408.
Yep.
That's not bad. That was 3 nights, and that was a King Suite. We had a room. Rebecca had to pull out in the living room. It had a kitchenette. It had a huge bathroom. This bathroom, you could put a card in this bathroom.
I asked Sean, I said,
oh my gosh.
Did you get like a wheelchair accessible?
We thought maybe it was a wheelchair accessible, but no, it wasn't.
Nope.
And it was really nice.
Yes.
And the room we stayed before was a suite, but it was like a junior suite. And it was on the corner. So you had a wraparound windows with a view of Disney, and it went all the way across. It was so
It was
cool.
really nice.
And those were like $80 a night for that. So the prices there, and this was even before COVID, the prices have been really, really good there. That's the reason why we've stayed there several times.
Late to the Fallout, little Fallout, my child or my kid won't play Trivial Pursuit Disney edition with me because I kick her butt every time I try even when I try to lose.
We won't mention it to Avery. That's right. Yeah. We wowed them. With our 190 with our 192 videos, see a lot of shops in 192 are selling binders for the cards. They're also a good way to keep pins. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yep.
Yep.
So and lanyards, I saw a whole lot more lanyards this time too.
A lot more.
A lot of pin lanyards, which we had not seen. In fact, we had gotten to where we didn't carry ours. We just carried, 4 or 5 pins each and the thing is, trading on the boards is how they can do it right now. But it's seems like a lot of effort on the pin lanyards, and I don't like wearing heavy stuff around my neck. I didn't wear a lanyard when I taught school, so I just as soon have them in my backpack. And
that's what we do a lot of times. We like which of course the lanyards, if you don't have a really tight back, sometimes they'll fall off.
They can fall off.
Becca bounces when she walks, so she's really bad about pins falling off of her lanyards. So Jackie will be there next month.
Oh, wow.
Send us the dates.
Yes, send us the dates.
We are so sad that Disney Nerd Herders, we usually try to meet up with them in the summer. The last 2 summers we've been
able to.
But this summer, they're there this week. They're going to be there for the next 2 weeks, and we're going to be in camps for the next 2 weeks. So we're going to not be able to even escape. We have 3 funerals and 2 camps.
Yes.
Kind of sad. We had a lady in our church pass away a couple weeks ago, and we're having actually 2 services for her. But then we had a young boy, 18, that used to come to our church, that he was killed in a car accident this past weekend.
Yeah.
And his service is this Saturday. So, it's kind of a crazy time, and so we're not going to be able to get back down.
Yep. So we probably won't be down until August is probably our next trip down. We really haven't planned it yet.
Yeah. But we probably will, though. I mean, August will be about right. Plus, and then we'll start getting into September. It gets a little cooler.
Yeah. Yep, late to the ball. 4 to 5 pins. I make my whole crew carry my pins. Well, we all carry 4 to 5 pins, and that's
pockets,
just
backpacks.
Well, and that's just so that we have one on hand in case we see one that we want. When we really are pin trading, because we've done that. We've taken a whole day and done nothing but pin trading through the theme parks, through the resorts. We've done nothing but pin trading.
The best pin trading is in the resorts.
Oh, yes, definitely.
That's where one of the best pin boards I've ever found was at Caribbean Beach Resort. Mm-hmm. They have 2 really big boards, and that was so much fun pin trading there.
Yep. So we really, really, really...
I think probably, Danny, they will be at Universal. They usually always do. They're going to be there for 2 weeks, so
I think they usually take a couple of days and do Universal.
They usually do a couple of days of because they have family down here. They usually do a couple family days. Of course, they do Disney days, but they usually do at least a couple Universal days. So
I'm sad we're not going to get to meet up with them.
Well, thank you for I know he's a really good kid too. He was accident. He just flipped his car. He was by himself, and it wasn't anything sinister. He didn't drink or drive or anything like that.
He was just a very responsible young man, and it's just terrible.
It's just a really bad road that he was on that can catch you, and it did. And
well, so and it was being wet, and that may or may not have had anything.
No, Pamela, I didn't see that. We'll be praying for your friend that was in an accident.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Rear-ended by a semi. Bless his heart.
Yeah, and we'll get up with you guys too, Danny. We'll let you guys know because we want to get up with TTG as well. Since we weren't, we would have, if we'd have ended up in Animal Kingdom, but we didn't. So we have, and that's another thing too. We change our plans.
We do. We really, we get down. We have a plan, but it's more like an outline.
Yeah. Just ask Greg.
And it's completely subject to change.
I've had to text him at the last minute. Do not come to Epcot. You know,
we're not staying.
Which right now it's really weird changing your plans because you have the reservations and everything.
But honestly, our thing is when we're down, we just do what we feel like doing, and we are truly we are on vacation.
Yep.
And that's part of the Disney magic for us.
Yeah,
is just being on vacation,
getting away,
not having even when fast passes were up, we would make fast passes, but it's like, if we made them, great. If we didn't, oh well.
Right.
And it just, we really use our Disney time as time to just do exactly what it is that we're wanting to do. It just really is our fun time to be just the family, and we love meeting up with folks. You got to cancel, hon. He's trying to pull a video.
I'm trying to multitask, and that is not.
Yeah, fun. And that's not working real well. So we love meeting up with everybody, and just really, really enjoy meeting up with y'all here. But then also getting to see people in real life. It's really
cool.
A lot of fun.
Oh, I know, Kelly, when we were in chat the other night, you were talking about that your niece and her 3-year-old baby.
Yes.
That was so tragic too. My goodness.
That was really tragic for someone to be here one second and not the next, and you just don't know. And so you have to be ready.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, Danny, is being in. I'm sorry, y'all. Being in. I don't know what I'm doing. StreamYard has changed some of the stuff around, and okay, I'm fine. Wow, I don't know what I'm doing.
I don't know what he's doing either.
But yeah,
Danny, definitely. I'm so glad that we can run into y'all.
I know, that's so cool.
That's really cool.
So, how are you guys liking Florida? How are you liking Orlando? Just
kind of finding where everything. It's the first couple of months are always finding where the grocery store is,
right?
Getting, going on the roads that you thought were going to take you to where you were going. I mean, granted, maps kind of helps with that, but even sometimes maps gives you some really weird back. You're going through a part and you're like,
we saw the Christmas warehouse this trip at Disney.
Yes, we did. Because we left Magic Kingdom, and the shortest way to the Turnpike is to go not out of the gates, but through the back warehouse district of Disney.
Yep.
to, and I'm sure there were people behind me going, does this chick know where she's going? She must be following maps or something because she doesn't know where she's headed. I can tell. But we did get to see Disney University.
We did. We got to see Disney University.
And we got to see the Christmas warehouse that Sean would dearly love to go.
The monorail parking area. Oh, I'd love to go in the...
that would be so much fun.
To go into Christmas
I'll
warehouse.
take one of those and one of these and one of those and one of those.
But you're right, Pamela. Every day is a gift, and we should cherish every moment. That is for sure. We are loving it. That is awesome.
That's great.
That is awesome.
That is great because it's been a warm summer so far. Yeah. I mean, it's
not
been bad.
No. If this is your first summer, this has not been a bad one at all.
No, this has not been bad.
Nope.
It hasn't been too humid, and I mean, I remember 2 4th of Julys ago when we were down for the 4th of July fireworks. We were standing on Main Street and we were just melting.
Well, I'll tell you,
melting.
Not last July, but the July before. It was the same year that, speaking of Disney Nerd Herders, they were down, and Sophie got sick.
Yes,
because she got overheated. That was the hottest.
Well, that was one of the hottest.
Yeah, we call it bear cough. That was one of the hottest Julys we had in recent memory, and it was running like 110 degrees, and it was just ridiculous. This has been a very mild.
Yeah. And of course, that summer we did have to go ride Carousel of Hot Progress just to hear John say, "This is one of the hottest 4th of Julys on the record."
And it was.
And it was.
If you want more on that story, Sean, and there is one, message me. Okay, we'll do that. Absolutely. Vlog Sean in the Christmas store.
Oh my goodness. If I gave him carte blanche in the Christmas store, we would come out with one of everything. At least
she
doesn't
know.
Everything.
I went through there the other night because Myers and the Mouse and Susie, they had already gone to Peter Pan. I got left behind because I was getting my smart water to take my medicine, and
you went through the Christmas store. You did not say anything about going to the Christmas store.
Of course I didn't.
Huh.
But I also had Atlanta Summer 4 years. Yeah, and that's the thing. Atlanta is not that different. Really, the humidity is different, but not really. It's so similar. Yeah, it's not like when you guys were in New York versus Florida. Yeah,
right. Pamela said she's going to wait and come in the fall. Absolutely.
Yeah,
the fall
and late fall at that.
Fall.
Don't come in September.
No,
because sometimes September is as hot as August is in Florida. Do October. It doesn't really start cooling off until October.
Personally, my favorite is the first part of November.
Yeah,
the first part of November is really just a nice time. The afternoon storms are gone. The weather is cooler. There's a slight breeze. Usually it's a little cooler breeze sometimes. And
Kelly said that they're Christmas obsessed. Yeah, they are. And we all had COVID at Christmas together this year.
Yes, we did.
Us and Hands Full, Heart Full.
So much fun.
Wasn't that just so precious?
It was just
I got home and we tested positive for COVID. Texted Kelly and said, "Oh, by the way, we tested positive for COVID." He said, "Well, guess what? So did we." So we all had a very merry COVID Christmas.
Yes.
But at least we got to go to Disney before.
That's true. That's true. Hopefully we didn't pass it on to anybody while we were there.
I hope not, because we had it.
Because that was awful.
That was awful. Yeah, that was not good. So Pamela, I think November. Yep. Yes, definitely November.
And my favorite part of November is the fact that the Christmas decorations are already up. So
yeah, exactly.
The fall decorations are really cool. I would love for the fall Disney folks to just come fall decorate our house.
I thought they did this last year.
Well, they kind of did. Yeah. I want the glowing Mickey jack-o'-lantern wreath things.
Yeah, we did. We shared Christmas cards.
I want those.
We got a picture of us in front of the castle at Christmas, and I look at the picture now and I'm thinking we all had COVID and didn't know it. This is what COVID looks like, guys. In front of the Magic Kingdom, in front of the castle, the Magic Kingdom. Oh gosh, we tested positive on December 23rd.
Yes.
It landed on us by the 24th, 25th. Yep. We got up long enough to open presents on the 25th, and then went back to bed.
Yep.
Yeah, it was not a happy time.
Yeah, but it wasn't horrible either. No. I mean, we had a good Christmas.
Oh, we'll be there.
We definitely
we'll
had
catch
a
you
good
guys
Christmas.
Except when we get December, that's about when we go.
Yep.
So I'm sure we'll meet up again.
Mm-hmm.
That works for us church calendar wise, because now that we've been opening things up more, we'll have our Christmas, I'm sure, cantata and stuff like that this year that we didn't have last year. Yep. So the second week of, you send me the dates and we'll make it happen, Kelly, because that's about the time we go. COVID is the new coal for Christmas. Yes, it is.
Yes. And the bad thing is it like completely destroys all Christmas plans. And of course,
it was horrible.
I was still teaching school at the time, so my entire Christmas break was COVID and quarantine. It was awful.
And you have to know, we trick out the whole house for Christmas, outside, inside, and
4 or 5 trees.
This year, we'd gone to Bath and Body Works, and they had cinnamon stick wallflower air freshener. Well, we always have air fresheners in the house for Christmas, all that kind of stuff, and it smelled so good.
It did.
COVID ruined cinnamon stick for me.
For him,
it literally. I went through the house with a Ziploc bag. I'm not kidding you. Pulled all of them out of the wall, stuffed them in the bag, and zipped it up and put it under the sink in our laundry room. Yes. That's how bad it was. It smelled like, I don't know what. You probably don't want to know what
wet
it smelled like to me.
It was
and our whole house smelled like it because we had these things everywhere.
We like that. I like that. But,
and then the cat knocks one of our Christmas trees, our main Christmas tree down.
Yes.
Because she climbs up in the thing.
After Christmas. It was after Christmas, like day after Christmas.
We're watching our church service on TV.
Yes.
One of the guys in our church was preaching in my stead, because I was sick. And we're watching, and all of a sudden, we watch our main Christmas tree go...
Our 9-footer.
Kadoosh onto the ground. Ornaments everywhere.
And of course, that's our trip tree. We've had ornaments on that from when I was little, from when he was little, through our marriage, our first ornament, all this. fortunately, we saved all but just a couple, and the couple that broke weren't that bad. But yes, and then I'm going to tell on him. And then I'm sick and I'm tired of being sick and I've just had it. And this was the last straw came out because this one makes the declaration.
I'm standing in the middle of the living room in my pajamas. And I said, that's it. Christmas is over. And we started packing.
One day, what took us 2 weeks to put up came down in one day,
and they're still sitting in the garage.
Still out in the garage.
It hasn't even gone to storage. Nope. It's still sitting in the garage, trees and everything.
Oh, RVing, that's great, Frankie. COVID, cats, cinnamon sticks, crashing Christmas trees. Oh my!
That's it. That's screenshot.
Yes,
that is exactly right.
That was Christmas last year.
Well, Kelly's right. Not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna die. Chris and I both had it. The poor kids are not functioning prepared for Christmas. I know, that's us. You think you're gonna die? You do.
Which that was actually our second time. We had it the February before.
Before we knew about COVID.
February 2020 we had it and nobody knew that it was COVID at the time. And we really thought we were going to die then.
Oh yeah. We did. No Christmas. I said Christmas is over at the house, and it was like done. Yep. I was done.
One day. That was all it took.
Did you take a picture of that?
And so then we had it again at Christmas. Of course, it destroyed all Christmas plans, and we usually get together with friends and all that kind of stuff.
Messed up all that.
However, we did not end up hospitalized. No, it was not fun.
No, it wasn't.
We had wonderful church folks that
shopped for
us and brought meals and covered for us, and so we were very blessed.
Yes. And blessed in that mess. And it was bad.
And we got over it.
But we leave Disney. All right, we're with Kelly and family. We leave Disney the next day. We then go, before we even come home, to a family reunion type thing for my family. We're around all these people.
Mom.
My mom, who is 80 years old and has asthma and bronchial, and all this stuff. None of them got sick.
Nope. None of
Praise the Lord, none of them got sick because we were out there hugging and loving on everybody.
Oh yeah, that's us.
Oh my gosh,
hands full, hearts full. I want to watch Happily Ever After with you guys. Oh yes.
It was an emotional time Saturday night. I'll go ahead and tell you,
it was
like we cried.
And I don't cry really, really easily, but
and get this. So we're standing next to Myers and the Mouse. So Kelly is streaming, and Mama, we're all there talking, and the Walt Disney World News Today was streaming the fireworks, and their stream crashed. Everybody found their way. They didn't send them. I think they just found their way to Myers and the Mouse. All of a sudden, I don't know if you guys were on that stream. Kelly had over 1,000 people watching the fireworks while we were there, and that was crazy. There were like 200, and then there were like 300, and there were like 500, and there was like 700, and there was 1,000. It was like, oh my gosh! So he's crying after the show, not just because of the show, but because of 1,000.
Can you imagine having 1,000 people? I mean, we're happy with 5, 6. We're happy with 1 or 2, but we're just like 1,000 people. Chat was just rolling.
Have a great night, Danny. We'll catch you next time. We'll catch you in the parks too.
So yeah, but back to what the video was supposed to be about. As we go on all these little tangents.
Oh, well, it's been a while.
It was great.
We should have just called this Disney Chat.
Yeah, it was great to be back in the parks. And we really only went to Epcot and Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
We did not do Hollywood Studios or Animal Kingdom this time. But it's just great to be back. And
no
masks, which was
wonderful.
So nice.
I honestly, we couldn't have tolerated it with masks this time. And we were there last July, and it was hot, but it was like, because of that storm. If you've never been around tropical systems like that, they pull all the air and all the moisture out of the air, and then it does something with the heat and everything. So it's almost like a convection type thing that they make, and it was just unbearable. Masks would have absolutely been unbearable.
Yeah,
we probably would have ended up.
There were a few people
leaving,
in them because you can wear them if you want them. The cast members that are in close proximity still wear masks, and you do, as we found out, you do have to have a mask on buses and monorails.
Yeah, buses and monorails. You still
they do have disposable masks. We found that out too on the buses. Not on the monorails, but the buses. But I think security checkpoint might have had.
They might have had a security checkpoint. Yeah,
the disposables,
because we got on the monorail at Contemporary.
So
because I had to have the bacon and eggs, as I said earlier, at the Wave one last time before they do whatever they're going to do over there.
Yeah.
Which they do have all the interior rooms. The rooms inside the Contemporary are all now covered with brown tarp.
Like cloth tarp.
Yeah. First you go in, it looks like it looks like shopping bags.
It does.
You're like, what
looks like brown bags. World?
It's like brown bags, but it's brown, and I'm brown. I'm like, why brown? I'm like, why not gray? Since the inside of it's gray.
Something. I don't know.
Ugly brown tarps.
They are ugly.
Looks terrible.
They are ugly.
And it's the whole interior of the Contemporary as they're getting ready to do the remodel.
Which should be kind of interesting, because the remodel is Incredibles, and yet I'm curious to see how they tie the Grand Canyon Mary Blair mosaic into the Incredibles.
To me, it's like putting the Incredibles in It's a Small World.
Right. Yes.
It just
that just kind of goes. Which Mary Blair was instrumental in creating a lot.
Of all the dresses.
The dresses and stuff for It's a Small World.
Did you know that each Small World character has 3 costumes?
Wow.
One that they're wearing, one that's being repaired or mended, and one for backup. Just in case. Every doll has 3 outfits.
Do you know that Sean takes 3 shirts for every day that we go? One to wear, one in case it gets wet, and one to change into when we get back to the hotel. I love you.
Yeah, whatever. I overpack. I'll be the first to tell you, I overpack. It is horrible. My suitcase weighs like 200 pounds.
He's an emotional packer.
I am an emotional packer. It is so true.
I like
it
is
is
so
shirt, true.
That shirt, and I haven't had this shirt in a while, and then this shirt, and I might want to wear this shirt. And yes, he's an emotional packer.
Hey, Elsa, welcome back in. Oh, you're still here. The Hummingbird Hunter. Yeah. Oh, well, the dolls are high maintenance.
Yes, they are.
They are. And people don't realize that just how much wear and tear those costumes get.
Mm-hmm. Well, and too, it's like, they're the animatronics themselves. You have to think they're 50 years old. And so, that was just like when People Mover goes down. People don't realize that the manufacturer who made the People Mover itself to begin with
made the people mover.
Yeah,
the people that made the People Mover.
They no longer exist. They are out of business and have been for years. So whenever the People Mover goes down, Disney has to fabricate that.
Yes.
Or get it fabricated. Yep. Or figure out what else will replace to make it work.
Which I think there are probably several rides, honestly, at Disneyland and at Walt Disney World that suffer that the companies have long since gone.
They've gone, and it's like
they were the lowest bidder at the time, so they went out of business. I should have said that. That was ugly. Tucker is in the house.
Hey,
welcome, Tucker. Tomorrow afternoon trivia. Watch Instagram. You'll know what time. Probably going to be around 6 or 7. Tomorrow's going to be a full day.
It is going to be a full day.
Yeah, got full day tomorrow, but it's all right. Friday, fun day, trivia.
Okay. That's your department.
Do we want to? What kind of trivia we want to do? We want to do Disney trivia, or do you guys
the generational trivia?
Oh, that was so much fun. New trivia game called.
I won.
It's
twice.
I've got one called Total Trivia, which is really cool. A new one, and I got an 80s and 90s trivia that's really cool, and then I got a generational trivia that's really cool, and then I've got another kind of like a generations one back here. But yeah, so what do you guys want to play? Disney
trivia,
decades, or generations? Those 3 choices: Disney, decades. What would the word for generation be with a D? Disney's, decades, and Descendants. Disney's decades. And, Descendants, kind of generations, right?
Yeah, kind of. Have we seen Luca?
Yes.
Well, I saw half of it, and then I fell asleep. Not because the movie wasn't good, because I was really loving the movie, but
she fell asleep like in the middle of it.
I was so exhausted when we were watching it that
Beck and I watched it. We loved it. Oh my gosh, it was such a. And you know what was so sad? As I had watched several videos leading up to it, just kind of, weren't really spoilers, but they were review videos, and they were like shredding this movie. So I went into the movie going, oh man, no, those people didn't know what they were talking about. I mean, it was really good. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but This Our Dream, I don't know if you've seen this.
I don't think so.
They went to Magic Kingdom last week, and they did a video on the new merchandise for Luca that just came up. It went viral. And so far, it's had 146,000 views.
Oh, my word. Yes. Wow.
146,000. It was crazy. And
what I saw of it, I really liked. I am going to watch it because Sean and Rebecca are leaving me next week. I'm going to be
going to camp.
They're going to camp, and I have to work.
They've watched it like 100 times, Kelly said. Oh,
wow.
You know why I like it? I like it
because it's 4 kids.
Exactly. I like it for the very reason that these people were trashing it. It's 4 kids. Really, it is.
Uh-huh.
It's simple. It's not interwoven, and you don't have all these
deep dark twists.
Right. There is, another thing too. There are bad people in the world, but not every story has to have what I call a villain. Mm-hmm. Even though this story had a kind of a bad guy, he wasn't a villain. So it was more, to me, reality-like, and it was an amazing friendship movie. It was an amazing friendship movie.
What I saw of it. What I saw of it was good.
I loved it.
So I have to watch it while they're at camp.
Yep. So I'm guessing they liked it. Yes. I loved it.
So yeah, Kelly's kids liked it 100 times.
Crazy.
It was really cool. I really liked the, to me, the transition from the water to the land was almost like a Pirates of the Caribbean.
I know. It's like when they jump out of the water, into the water, out of the water, into the water. I'm like,
that was really cool.
I can't wait till Disney Plus does the making of Luca video because that will be awesome.
Yes, definitely.
But 80s and 90s is what Jackie says. 80s and 90s trivia.
And 90s.
All right. Yeah. That's what it is. 80s and 90s trivia. My little one said, "Why is this?" And the merch is really cool too.
That was kind of like Little Mermaid when Little Mermaid came out. My younger sister and I, we pretty much watched it because to the point that
when we got married,
we could like just you just start the movie and dialogue the entire thing, sing all the songs. I can still sing all the songs.
When we got married, she could still do most of the dialogue.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. It's like, wow.
Yep.
Which then when you get she and her younger sister together, they like bounce off of each other with stuff like that. So the world breaks out in song. Yeah.
All the time.
All the time.
Yes. Pretty much everything has a Disney song that goes with it.
Okay, so it's going to be a night and Disney and generational trivia, mix it up. Okay. All right. Tucker's already complaining it's unfair because I lived in the 80s and the 90s. Okay. Disney, please, says Pamela. I'll tell you what. I'll mix it up.
Do a mixtape. Mixtape trivia.
I like that idea. Mixtape trivia.
There we go. Since everything is mixtapes now, even though most of the kids don't know what a mixtape is,
They don't have a clue.
Although they know that it's a mix mash of songs and of your favorite songs, but they never made a mixtape. They never sat there listening to the radio, waiting to hit record on their boombox.
On their boombox, like the rest of us did.
The remix.
Or what I used to do is I'd take my recorder and I record TV theme songs. And then when I first discovered TV theme songs on the internet, I was like, "Wow, how cool is that?" But I've got tapes somewhere that have all these old, because I love TV theme songs. I just introduced Rebecca to the Sanford and Son. And the Sanford and Son theme song, she's loving Sanford and Son. She watched all of Full House.
Yes.
She's almost finished with Fuller House. And she loves Golden Girls. We
watched Cosby.
Yeah, we did all of Cosby.
All of Cosby.
She's free Cosby. And glad he's out. But anyway, won't get into all that. But anyway, it was kind of crazy stuff. But we're in the first season of Sanford, second season of Sanford.
It just occurred to me, we have not done Knight Rider, have we?
Nope, we've not done Knight Rider.
How could we have missed Knight
Although
Rider?
we're going to be doing Happy Days.
We've done a little bit of 18, right?
No
18
no
either?
18 either.
Oh, our daughter, she's suffering.
We're getting there. We're getting there. And then in 3 or 4 years, it'll be Dallas.
I hadn't watched Dallas. I did not watch Dallas until Sean and I got married. And the wonderful thing was then
Golden
it was
Girls was my jam too.
One after the other. We could watch the whole series.
I can watch Golden Girls every single day.
Golden Girls is awesome. Definitely Golden Girls is awesome. Never be another one like it. Yep.
Nope.
Well, honey, it is 10:15.
How about 2010's trivia? Really, Tucker? Funny story. Rebecca tonight, I'm not kidding you. She goes, "Dad, I wish we could go back to the 2010s." Now, I thought, what in the world? And I said, the 2010s? She said, yeah. Think about since we turned 20. We've had COVID. We've had the wildfires. Now we've had the building in Miami collapse. And we've got Biden as president.
And that's our daughter.
So I'll tell you what. I think Tucker. I think somehow you and Becca are like synced somehow. What bothered me about what people said about was Disney Pixar missed the mark for queer. I know, really.
Okay, you know what?
Oh, she's putting this one up on the screen.
You know what? Here's the thing. I respect people have their own opinions and their own personal preferences, but it does not. Their personal preferences, my personal preferences, your personal preferences, does not have to be the focus of a fun animation show. It just doesn't. Everything does not have to be socially charged. It's okay to just kick back and just have a little fun. A movie is supposed to be a break from reality.
Okay, let me interject one thing. That's one of my issues with Josh Tomorrow is this whole inclusive thing. He is spearheading this inclusive thing, and it's getting ridiculous, and it's getting tired. I'm sorry, it's getting tired. I have my views. People have their views. God bless America. We can all have our views without anybody's views being rammed down your throat.
Yeah.
And I am a Christian. I am a preacher. But I do not go to Disney and expect them to be selling crosses, expect to be having Jesus Bible characters. Nope. I don't go there preaching in front of the castle. So to have these people that is a lifestyle to ram it down my throat, I have a problem with that. And it's not
to be perfectly.
Listen to me. Listen to me
with
though.
Them.
I have friends who are gay. I've had gay friends that I've worked with, and that they know where I stand. I don't have a problem with the individuals. I have a problem with these lifestyles being pushed down our throats.
Well, and made to look like it's a huge segment of the population, and it's not.
No.
I mean, statistically, if you look at the cold, hard statistics, it is not what the media makes it appear to be.
No.
But
it's not just gays in that. It's not just that. It's everything that's going on right now. It's just being constantly rammed down your throat. And it's like, I want to go to Disney to get away from that.
Yes.
But it's more and more. It's more and more and more. And you're exactly right. That was the thing that they thought that the gays weren't represented. I'm like, that I didn't even think about that.
That's not what you're making a movie for, not a cartoon like that. They were telling a beautiful story about friendship.
Yes, they were.
And
they were trying to say that they were gay because they were friends. But I guess because Kelly and I are friends, and man, when we meet at the parks, we hug each other. I guess, man,
that could be
good grief. No. You can't have girls can't be friends without being right, and boys can't be friends. It's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, I want you to see this.
Man, my blood pressure's going up.
I want you to see this. What Tucker said.
I'm late on my medication.
Do you see this? When you said here she goes, she makes great points.
You know, he's talking about Becca. Ow! That was my arm that they.
Aw, poor baby.
I got my arm hurt today.
Did not.
Ow! Y'all probably heard that abuse.
All right, let's sign off before I hurt you.
Yeah, I gotta go take my medicine.
Yep. Guys,
so just mixing the mixtape trivia.
That's been fun. It's been great to be back.
Watch Instagram. I'll let you know what time. We'll shoot probably about 7. How does that sound?
That late?
Huh?
That late?
That's not late.
Oh, okay.
If it's too early, they're working and we're all working and trying to do stuff, trying to do dinner.
Yeah, so some of us have to work.
Really? I do have a message on Revelation I got to finish though. So tomorrow night, 7:00. See? Yeah, that was at the Becca part of the video.
See, she said she makes great points. Becca wasn't making any great points. I was.
Yes, she did. I said about the COVID.
I was.
The collapse of the building. Biden being president.
It was me. Yep. It was
and
all
the beauty
about
our channels, I can say whatever I want to about it. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
I was going to try to end it with a video, but I can't get it to upload. I was going to send you a video of us going through the gates, but it's on Instagram. Yep. Have a great night, everybody. Never lose sight of this one thing. It was all started by a mouse. And we'll see you real soon. Bye.
Bye.